The migrant centre, we know, is directly next to the military base. It's on the front lines, far away from safety.
This is, there are lots of stories that we have to talk about on France 24 in the world, and I think this kind of story is probably amongst the worst, where you have a group of poor, innocent people who are fleeing warfare, persecution and difficulties in their own countries, and they end up in a place like Tripoli, where they are the innocent victims of another war, a civil war between two rival factions who can't get on with each other. I can't imagine a worse situation, and they're all trying to escape to a better life in the European Union, which doesn't want them. So here we have a situation where this group of migrants, as you said, was in this camp right in the centre of Tripoli, close to a military base used by militia, which is believed to have been the target for this attack. The UNHCR, the United Nations Refugee Agency, has already warned before that this centre needed to be evacuated because it was almost hit in a previous strike. So therefore, these migrants were basically just sitting ducks, waiting for this to happen a second time. It wasn't done, and this is the result today of negligence down the line and a refusal to act. And unfortunately, they're not the only ones in Tripoli. There are 60 camps around the Libyan capital with people who are trying to flee the country. They've been picked up by the Libyan Coast Guard. They've been sent back to Libya, and they're waiting there. They don't really know what they're going to do, where they're going to go, and their future is pretty bleak, basically.
Philip, we've just been talking about how devastating their conditions are, how bleak their future is, of course, because fighting for Tripoli is now threatening to plunge Libya into another huge bout of violence. Talk us through the direction that we're going in.
Okay, well, this is basically the story of two men. On the one side, you have Fayez al-Sarraj, who is the head of the internationally recognised National Unity Government based in Tripoli. On the other side, you have the head of the Libyan National Army group, which is who is Khalifa Haftar. Now, the two men have only one thing in common, and that is their hatred for the former Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. Since he was overthrown and killed in 2011, they have fallen out big time, and every effort to try to bring them back to the negotiating table, to hold early elections, to create some kind of stable system in Libya has not worked. And back in the beginning of May this year, General Haftar announced that he was going to make a final push towards the capital, Tripoli. Why is he keen to overthrow the internationally recognised government? Because he sees them as being supported by the Islamists, and he says he's going to rid Libya of all the Islamists that are in the country. He's received the backing also from Egypt and also from the United Arab Emirates. So we're in this situation where these two men don't get on. We have the internationally recognised government, which is not really managing to do anything substantial since it's been in power in Libya, and then you have this rival Libyan army, National Libyan Army, which is trying to overthrow them, and in the middle of it all you have these migrants who are caught up in this situation and can do nothing about it. And unfortunately, every effort up until now, even the visits here to France of those two leaders in the last month or so, has done nothing to quell that situation.
Philip Turle, thank you.